Hello, everyone. This is Holly, and I am getting ready to start our weekly conversation class and just getting ready to share the link with our members on our 7H site. And hoping we'll have a few folks joining us soon. So I've shared the link and we'll get ready here. And Happy New Year. Hard to say Happy New Year these days, but it is a new year, and I hope 2018 will be better for all of us than 2017 was in many regards. 7H is a site for adults to practice English. Here's Gerard. Hi, Gerard.
Hello.
And nice to have you join us. Hopefully, several people say they might join us today. And you're at work?
Yes.
Yeah. And I understand that Europe is warmer, much warmer than I am here.
Yes.
Yeah.
Luckily.
Below 0 Celsius this morning. Last few mornings. Very cold walking Magnus here early in the morning. What else is new and exciting in Spain?
Now it's raining. At last.
Send it here. Yes. Yeah. Well, you need it more than we do, actually. I guess you're in worse drought than we are. So I'm glad you're getting some. How much do you expect to get? Enough to make a bit of a difference?
No, I think not enough, but we'll see.
Yeah. Always nice when it comes. So what do I have to do to get you to post more replies on our site? We need your interesting points of view.
I don't know.
Not into writing?
I need to find something that, I have something to talk about. Yeah.
So none of the topics are catching your interest. Childhood games. Do you remember playing games with your brothers and sisters? Do you have brothers or just sisters?
Yeah, I have brothers and sisters.
Do you remember playing games with them when you were younger?
I didn't like playing games with them. I liked playing games with my friends.
Okay. And I know you've talked about playing PlayStation sorts of games.
Yeah, but that's my childhood was before that.
Okay, so
the 80s. So during the 80s, I didn't have video games.
Okay, so you can remember those days before video games. Not everyone can. And what sorts of games do you remember playing?
I live in a small village, so we like going to walk to the forest, making hats, with a boot and coals.
Making a hat with what?
Hat, I don't know. Let me see the word in English.
Raft?
No.
Fort?
Like a small house, a small house.
Okay, tree house or a fort. Okay.
Yes.
So a tree house or a fort up in the trees, up inside the tree. So you have to climb up.
Yes.
Okay. So tree house, if it has walls, and if it's just basically a support, often they'd say a fort. Sometimes the forts are on the ground as well, like a lean-to or a shanty of some kind.
So is it correct, this word?
Excuse me?
Is it the word I just wrote down?
Hat?
Yes.
Oh,
Meaning
hut. You're thinking hut.
a
H-U,
hat. Okay, sorry.
hut. Okay. So a hat on your head, but a hut can be a small house. Hut, though, would not be up in the tree. It would be on the ground.
Okay.
A hut would be on the ground. Yeah. Yeah. So you used to build these. My brothers used the word fort when they were on the ground, and a tree house when they were up inside a tree. They liked to build forts, different kinds of shelters, and they liked to hide behind them and spit things or throw things at sisters when I walked by. Um, I thought at first you said you made hats, something to wear on your head. Um, I can remember making different sorts of headwear or sometimes decorations, mostly by myself because my brothers were not interested and I didn't have friends over very often because we lived so far from others. Um, Interesting. Ah, so mostly outdoor games that you recall rather than an
Yes.
indoor board
O-
game?
Outdoor games
Mm.
mainly.
So when I think of outdoor games, I remember playing tag and hide and seek.
Okay, I
Hide
just
and seek.
contacted Ivan. I'm going to give
Okay.
him the link.
Yeah, I shared it on site as I always do, but um, hopefully others will join. Abdul said he might join us today. I haven't talked with him in quite a while.
And Black Mata.
Yeah, she might be listening. Her connection doesn't always let her join. Um, yeah, and I forget who else. Raphael, the last couple of weeks, said he thought he could join us again. I'm not sure if he's confused on the time. He might have
Rafael
said,
Lobo.
yeah, yeah. Have you talked with him? Do you know him?
No.
Uh,
But I
yeah,
see always joins the class, says attending, but I never see
yeah. And
him.
he did attend one. Must be one that you did not.
Mhm.
He did attend one a month or two ago. And here's Ivan. Excellent. Hey.
Hello, hello.
Um, so we're talking about outdoor games that we played as children. So I'm remembering tag and hide and seek, and we used to collect insects.
Mhm.
We had pretty wild insect collections of different sorts. We'd collect blue beetles off the willow trees and fireflies in the summertime and a collection of everything we could find. Pill bugs. I have no idea if any of these are familiar without looking them up for you guys, but um, oh, we used to play with slingshots too. Do you make slingshots or did you make slingshots when you
Yes, but they are
yeah.
dangerous.
Yeah, they can be. Well, you shouldn't aim them at people. But yeah, and skipping stones in the creek, we used to skip stones. And then, of course, just racing. Ivan replied to Vasant's post and said, "You did anything that was jumping off of high elevations." Tell us more about this, please.
Hmm, I don't know why. Maybe because of lack of toys or something like this. But it's all what I remember vividly. That we climb up to some tree or some, I don't know, farmhouse or something like this. And sometimes it's continued with fall down. So
Yes.
it wasn't intentional.
Not the plan. Initially, you're going to fly and be the one. Oh, and swings. We had swings. I'm trying to think of all the things we had fun doing. Oh, and a teeter totter. We made our own with just a cement block and an old plank, but seesaw or teeter totter. Uh, And sledding, we had a great sledding hill by our home when I was young. And New Jersey had more snow then, although they've had quite a bit this year and last. But we used to sled down the hill. The only challenge was down where the hill leveled off at the bottom was a creek. So if you got going too fast, you would sled all the way down and end up with a cold, muddy face in the creek. So you had
So,
to
I
steer.
have terrible, terrible. What's the word for this? Reminds memories. Yes, terrible memories about this sledding because we were far away from home, and my friend broke his leg after
Oh,
sledding. Yes,
oh,
run into tree, and I have to bring him back to the town, and he was crying all the time. So
yeah, yeah, yeah,
terrible.
yeah, yeah. That would be an unpleasant one. I remember snowshoeing. Do you wear snowshoes? Yeah, I think we talked about this once a couple of years ago,
Mm,
Ivan.
only for fun, not for real
Yeah.
things.
I remember being in the outdoors club when I went to college up in northern Maine, and we went snowshoeing on it really wasn't much of a mountain. It was a small mountain up there. They joked it was more of a hill, so it was easy. But we went up snowshoeing up Horse Mountain, and I froze. My Raynaud's, my circulation disease caught me, and I couldn't move, and they had to carry me down the mountain, and they were terrified that they'd killed me, taking me up to this mountain, this New Jersey girl who wasn't used to cold weather. Oh, yeah. So sometimes bad memories. Oh, and I remember a school trip. Oh my gosh, I don't know if I ever told you about this one or not. A school trip where we went sledding down a hill that was more ice than snow. And I think we used sheets of plastic with handles cut in them. I don't remember what we went down on. Maybe it was metal discs, round scooter discs. I don't know. But we went very fast down this icy hill, and I bounced off and hit a tree or hit a hillock of ice, and I broke my glasses. I remember my glasses snapped right in half on this school trip. That was a phone call my parents did not appreciate. We did not have much money then, and it was very expensive, and they broke in such a way that it was impossible to tape them or rubber band them together. They needed new frames. So this was when my middle school friends understood why my reputation for being a klutz was so correct.
I'm just thinking why I did not consider all this sledding and skiing like fun. But maybe because we have it like mandatory in school.
That's right. Yeah. And you told us you had a great post about building a sled for the
Yeah.
little ones, right? At one of the schools, they recruited you to help build.
Well, it's not recruited actually. It's what I usually do. It's like my social commitment.
Yeah. Yeah. So Gerard, I'm trying to remember now, you don't ever get snow accumulation right where you are, but in the Pyrenees, yes?
Yes, in the Pyrenees, yes, but not here.
And so have you ever been sledding?
Not really.
Wow. Do you ever go to the mountains to see the snow?
No, I don't like the snow. It's for children.
It's for children. Children of all ages would argue with you that the of all ages applies.
But I remember you got fed up of the snow when you live in Syracuse.
Yeah. Yeah, Ivana
Tones.
can have it all. Yeah. Uh, yeah. I thought
Yeah,
I left the cold behind too, but it sure is here today.
I read on the internet that is the city in the United States that has more snow every year.
Syracuse, yeah, it's had the record many years. It goes back and forth between a couple of other towns and cities in the area. But yes, it's one of the snowiest places. Why I lived there for 20 some years, I don't know. Must be fun.
I returned to Russia more than for a week now, but I feel like I returned only yesterday when I do this swimming in the snow after banya. Before that, it doesn't count.
And you really swam in the snow.
Yeah,
You had enough snow that was soft enough that you
not
swam.
not not no, not enough. It's a bad condition, but what to do? I have to.
And did you drag your boys with you?
Yes, sure.
Cruelty. Cruelty.
Yes, I think it's fun for them.
Yeah, it probably was. Very good. Something they will talk about and torture their own children with someday. Ah. So do you play board games with your boys at all? Or as adults, do you play board games with anyone else? Is that a popular thing at all?
We play a lot of board games. We play poker. We play modern one like Ticket to Ride, a lot of them, and Imaginarium, a lot of them, a lot of modifications. With my children, I play chess. I play checkers. It's another game on
Yeah.
chessboard,
Yeah.
and but it's considered like not like a fun, like exercise. So when I play chess, it's not for fun. I teach them, I explain strategy, I explain tactics, so it's not, it's like, I don't know, like a class. But also we play some simple games like Monopoly or something like this, just for fun.
Monopoly, stress
Monopoly.
is different on the pronunciation here. Monopoly is a game I played hours and hours and hours, and a game called Life. My brothers liked this game too. When my son-in-law and daughter were here, I tried to get them to play Monopoly, and they informed me that it is boring. Nobody likes to play Monopoly anymore because it is too long and too slow. So I wonder how it's changing with young folks today. So Imaginarium, I'm not sure what that would be in familiar to me. Ticket to Ride. I don't know this either by those names. But Gerard, you don't play with or online. Many people play online now. What used to be board games, but you're not. That's not something that captures your interest.
No.
I love playing games. My husband, he likes to play a game called cribbage, and he'll play cribbage anytime. But other games, I have to kind of twist his arm or have friends over that he'll play when others. It's more fun with more people. But it's slowing down greatly here. Unless you have more than one child growing up and then you play with your children at certain ages. But it's not nearly, it used to be something every family I knew of played. Yes, Scrabble. I love Scrabble. Boggle. So many games.
I played the Scrabble with my mobile phone for a while, but some people cheat, you know. There are programs that...
Yes.
And you can know that, especially when know that these people is not very brilliant. And these people is able to guess very difficult words. That smells.
Yeah, it's not as much fun. I've been playing, Joanna got me playing this version. It's a type of Scrabble. Do you know this online, Lexilus? I should invite you to play, torture you. Joanna still plays with me, but I don't know. hope she doesn't mind that I share that, but it's good, a fun way to keep up English practice. And she does win sometimes. I don't cheat. I have also played online with people who just click a tool and get the best word, and that's not playing Scrabble. Yeah. But the mental stimulation I enjoy. I play Sudoku all the time with the numbers. I enjoy that. But I like those almost any game. I enjoy learning. I like learning new card games. We have several card games we play. And I like chatting and laughing as you play. So I wonder what that is for teenagers today. I don't know what. And I loved Vasant's post with the tamarind seeds, scraping the seeds when you don't have access to mass-produced games. You create your own. And Jean replied with a game I'd never heard of that sounds like one you could easily draw in the dirt or play with stones or things.
Okay.
But it was fun to read Vasant's post about different games, and they play with matchsticks. And when he was growing up, the dice were carefully protected by the elders, and so sometimes it was hard to get the dice, so they would try to come up with alternatives. Yeah, tic-tac-toe. Yeah, 3 in a row. Tic-tac-toe. Always want to be first to have a better chance of winning. So Ivan, you wrote about your celebrations your holidays are officially over? Not yet, or yes?
Maybe one day more. I'm not sure. Because I live by another schedule, so it doesn't apply to me. So I'm not sure, but for the country in general, probably tomorrow is the last day off. But it doesn't relate to Orthodox Christmas or something, because we don't have it like official celebration or something like this. It's second class of celebrations.
And when you took your boys and went swimming in the snow, approximately how many people were there?
In my company, I mean, we rent a house in the forest for us, for our company. It was like 15 adults probably, and I don't know, maybe 10 or more children.
And Black Mara is here. I don't know if she can say hello today or not, but want to make sure I welcome her. And hi. And I don't think you've ever had a chance to swim in the snow either. Not that you would want such a chance. Wow. And I forget what else you wrote about that you just finished doing. So tell us more about all of the Siberian specials of this time of year.
Actually, I forgot what I wrote too. I mean, I forgot that list. But what we do, we meet friends. We have like our night with poker and all this stuff, and we have Russian food. I miss that very much. So caviar, dumplings, salmon, herring, all these things, because people knew that I returned from abroad. I bring hamon and wine, and they bring Russian food. So I enjoy it.
I bet you're enjoying the foods. I was just thinking the other day of a salad that Slava posted on Loop about. It's layered with with salmon and horseradish and potatoes and cabbage and dill, and I need to make that again. It was very good. I don't like herring. I guess I shouldn't admit that publicly in front of you, but Warren loves it, and he eats a lot of herring, but not my favorite. Do you eat a lot of fish, Gerard?
Not really. I eat more meat than fish.
And your favorite types of meats or meat dishes?
Chicken. I try to eat meat with a low level of fat, like chicken, breast chicken.
Lean meats and chicken breasts, yeah. I'm going to have a delicious meal on Tuesday. We have a friend coming over and we are treating. He lives alone and doesn't cook so much. And I'm making seafood thermidor with cod and shrimp and scallops. And I'm looking forward to it. Black Mata, you really hope to swim in the snow or to say hello? But not today? Or try?
So, no chance that Black Mata will go to see Ivan.
Okay. Yeah, so let's see. I want to see what Ivan's note has said. So ice towns, the banya. The banya is the sauna?
Yeah, Russian type of sauna, yes.
And barbecue, that's right, barbecue. You said the food. Yeah. So what is a Russian barbecue?
It's like, a lot of meat. It's like the whole cow. But it's interesting topic, by the way. I did not realize that before, but now I understand that different countries has different types or systems of cutting, bodies of animals.
Yes.
Yeah. And when I was in Spain, I tried to buy something, familiar to me, and it was always wrong.
So, right, in Korea. It's really different process there. Yeah. I was very surprised by that when I traveled as well. Yeah.
So when I order something, it's rare when I get what I expect. So if I order ribs, for instance, I expect Russian ribs, but I get Spanish one, and I don't understand why you bring it there. What is that? Yes, it was funny.
Yeah. I imagine it must be fascinating when you're a trained butcher and travel this way to yeah, I was very surprised. And some of the methods in Korea I really appreciated. They had much sharper knives and implements, and they could slice meat so thin. And some of their dishes with a thin sliced meat were just melt in your mouth, delicious. But the way they cut chicken, no. not anything I ever adjusted to. Yeah, but they are changing the way meats are available here all the time because of the influence of so many different cultures and people speaking up and requesting, getting enough language to be able to request what they demand, what they want, and hiring different people with different backgrounds. So we're seeing more and more of it here in the US. So do you have places where you can order meat cut to your preference, your style? Is that available easily in your areas?
Well, yes, but no, with some limits, with some limits. So if I will ask for something extraordinary, something what is really hard to do, probably they will refuse that. They will sell me the whole animal. Mm-hmm. Take it and do what you want. Mm-hmm. And actually, we do it from time to time. As I told you once, when we go camping, sometimes we take lamb with us, so like sheep. So to prepare later.
And you butcher and prepare while you are camping?
Yeah.
And Gerard, what about you? Are you able to easily order? Ah, Faisal. Hey, hello, welcome.
What do you mean? The butcher shop?
When you go, yes, are you able to order just a certain cut of meat, a particular way of slicing? Like if you want half of a roast, can you get it in tidbits and slices and certain thicknesses?
I don't have patience to wait in the butcher shop. You know, I buy these containers prepared with the meat, you know, with plastic. Those are very convenient. That is the date when I can eat the product. That's easier for me. Expiration date.
Yes, the expiration dates for freshness. Yes. And
But
well,
But
yeah.
from my experience, I saw that in Spain when I was born, when I bought meat in carniceria, what is meat shop, they asked me, "What are you going to do?" And I answered it, and they prepared. So they
Ah,
sliced it in
ah.
the way appropriate to my dish. So I saw that, and I saw how other people do that. So some old senora, some old lady asked them to slice half for this dish, half for this dish, and then bring it to her home at the evening. I was surprised by the service.
Loved this when I was in France. That was my first time to have that experience too, for produce and meat. It was wonderful to get. Here, if you ask them to choose, you're likely to get the worst product they have because they see an opportunity to get rid of it. But in France, it was the best, the cream of the crop. And the expertise was there. Yeah. Faisal, would you like to say hello? Or are you just listening? To turn your mic on if you want to say hello. Yes, Black Mata, I cannot sit. I can't sit for more than 15 or 20 minutes at a computer. So um, I work standing up. I'm stand up most of the day.
Faisal is silent, but we had experience with him. We went to meat market in Tanger with Faisal, yeah. And
The
I saw
halal meat markets.
probably yes, yeah, but it was not explicitly written because it no need of that.
Yeah.
Hello.
Hello,
Hello.
hello, Faisal.
Welcome.
Thank you so much. It's nice to see you all here.
Hello, hello.
Nice to have a bigger group. And nice that you took Ivan to many markets. I don't know if you want to talk about the Moroccan meat markets.
I asked Vasans to show me the best kebab in Tanger. Kebab, it's kind of barbecue. But I was surprised, Holly. You probably will be surprised too. He said, but today is Wednesday, so let's go tomorrow. Why?
Yeah, actually, because as I told you, because on Wednesday we have traditional market or something like this. So usually they have fresh lamb in. But the other days you can just find not fresh lamb. They use it on fridge and.
Yeah. It's what I referring to because having your expertise, we always have good products. But as a miserable tourist as I am, I would go on Tuesday or Monday and get a worse product.
Yeah.
Interesting. Wow. Yeah, I did not know that. And Wednesday, so that you have Thursday to prepare for Friday's holy day. Yes? So Wednesday the freshest so that you can cook on Thursday to be ready for Friday? Is this why Wednesday is the best day?
Oh, because usually people come to chop on Wednesday, or I don't know if Wednesday or Tuesday.
Okay. Okay.
But we usually have traditional markets where people go to buy things. You can find it not just like modern supermarket and etc. So you can find traditional in clothes, foods, vegetables, everything's there. So by farmers.
Love it.
By the farmers, yeah. So yeah, usually we go to shop there on Sunday, and the other days, Ivan, which day we went there? Tuesday, no?
Thursday probably. I forgot exactly.
Yeah, Tuesday, yeah.
But
So
what I remember clearly that you have you adjusted my suggestions many times. So that today not a day for that. Today we will go
yeah.
to the seaport, and yesterday and tomorrow we will go to for kebab, and Friday is good day for couscous. I still remember.
Yeah, for couscous, yeah.
This is why you have the advantage of a local resident. It's so many wonderful experiences that way. Yeah. My parents, when they used to travel across the US, would purposely go to small towns first, and purposely go to the parking lots that looked the busiest for a small cafe. And they just sit and listen to the locals talking for an hour or so. And then my dad would start making his rounds to talk to different people. And my mother would try to drag my dad to the car to continue. And my dad would talk and talk and talk. My mom would always pack books to read, so she'd go and sit in the car with the kids and try and keep us in control and read a book while we waited for Dad to finish his politicking, as we called it. But that's a bad word these days, but that's what we called it then.
Yes, but for the next visit to Morocco, I will have to have better level of Arabic because my English is useless. Yes, without Faisal, I cannot even know price.
Yeah, if you still remember, I tried to teach you one word about bzaf. Do you still remember what that means? So bzaf, actually, it is not standard Arabic, but it's a Moroccan Arabic dialect. So bzaf, it means when you ask someone to buy something and you tell him about the price. So if you find it expensive, you can say, "Oh, bzaf."
Expensive.
So I told to Ivan to tell him that even he doesn't understand. So maybe they will reduce the price. So because actually here in Morocco we don't have a fixed price, so you can ask for the price and then you can tell them that it's expensive, and you try to convince them to reduce the price. So if you don't know how much is it exactly, so they may buy it for your high price.
Yeah, fun. It reminds me so much.
Yeah.
I love when I was
So
in Korea.
that is why I told you, Ivan, just tell him there.
Sale. So if I was in the Korean market, I could impress them.
It was really hard for me. It was really hard for me, not because of pronunciation or something, but because everything is already cheap. So it's hard to have moral right to continue.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What about Google Translator, Ivan? You could use this program.
I tried, Gerard, but it's
I don't think I don't think that it will work here in Morocco because, as I told you, we use different Arabic, not standard Arabic. So
I try to make to took a photo take a photo of some tables or something of shop markets or something, but it doesn't work. Doesn't work at all, I would say. So it doesn't help.
yeah, Ivan, they take us to very expensive restaurants.
Yeah. Google once technology like Google make us visit the most expensive restaurant in Tanger because it has good reviews, a lot of them, but actually we didn't enjoy that. We just spent time and money.
What about French? Can you contact with people in French in Tangier?
Yes, I think so.
Yeah, but you can contact with them by Spanish more than French, especially for tourist places, in tourist places. Because, as you know, Tangier is very close to Spain. That is why they use Spanish more than French. But in the other cities in Morocco, they use French.
I agree with that, but with my experience, Spain, my Spanish was useless also because you cannot rely on that. Maybe it will save you, maybe not. You cannot rely on that. I try to communicate with taxi drivers, with show sellers. It doesn't work. So some simple phrase like "Quanto cuesta?" How much does it cost? It works.
Yeah,
but
that's it. Yeah,
nothing more.
yeah, I agree with you. But as you saw, Ivan, in tourist places or sailors, they can speak more language if you notice that. Yeah.
Yes, I agree. In tourist places, in hotels probably, but I'm not such type of travelers. I like local places. I like local markets and all this.
Yeah. Yeah, and actually here in Morocco, we still have a problem with language. All languages, French or Spanish, English, we have the same problem because we don't practice it or we don't use it in real life. So still have this problem.
Not limited to Morocco. Many places have similar challenges, and maybe in a few years, Gerard's idea of there's an app for that, just use Translate, might work better, but it's not the same as Ivan says, as the real interactions with you don't want to be looking at your devices, you want to be communicating. Yeah.
Well, because my level of Spanish allow me to speak a little bit. I enjoy it very much to go to local markets in Spain to have all these free classes, with every during each shopping. So it was very nice because people who sell you such products, those products, they are kind, they are talkative, they try to explain you everything, how to cook this, where it was, and so on. So it was nice.
I loved being recognized on a return visit, something that doesn't happen often enough in the US anymore. But I loved that in different places I've been to be recognized again. And, vendors would try and make me their customer, greet me and try to convince me that their garlic and tomatoes were the best that day. It's fun being in the middle of that when I haven't had enough of it as a regular practice. Black Mata, are you able to say hello yet? I don't want to put pressure on you, but would love to hear you when you're able, if you're able. Yeah. So just a few more minutes today. Anybody else have a topic they want to bring to the table? Gerard, what should we talk about? Okay.
She doesn't have.
No, all right. I tried to find out what I need to do to get Gerard to write more on the site. So he said he needed a topic that was of interest. So I'm trying to find out what we need to write about. What's the TED Talk topic this month, this week?
I think it's very interesting. Its title is where is your home? Where your home is, yeah. Yeah. And I like speaker. I like his ideas. So we will see.
I ask myself this quite a bit, actually.
But it's interesting that this question kind of changed recently, right? 100 years ago, you don't care about this question. Where is your home? Here. But now, when everything is mixed, you don't know. It's hard to answer to yourself. Not for me, though.
Yeah, so.
Bakmata's here.
Hey, Bakmata.
Yeah, hello.
Hello. Oh, I love those rainbow sugar cubes and those coffee that make me want something other than this.
Talk.
Ask me first, so I can talk.
Nothing else to share with us? A question?
I'm used to be a listener, so I'm not good at talking. I'm good at chatting.
Ah, yes, expert, I would say, even at chatting.
Yeah.
So what new topics do we need posts about on 7H? I still want to say on loop.
Sorry, I didn't hear.
New topic ideas. What do we need posts about to get more responses?
I think that we have enough topics, but we want more comments and active members. That's the problem.
I thought we were going to get Abdul Majid back today because he had put the Facebook page up. He found it right away and wrote a nice review and shared it. He's all about the media, but not able to join us, I guess. But I appreciate his jumping on that to help us. There are 2 opportunities of getting more comments: realistic and fantastic. Aliens who will post. Oh,
Yes, and this one is realistic.
Wow.
I don't know where the Zahra or Zara from Pakistan.
Yeah.
Maybe she is busy or something. She was happy when we got 7H again, but she didn't post anything.
Well, she's tried to. She's been writing, but I hope that my help post will help her get her post posted. She saved it as a draft to practice and get it to what she wanted to say. So I hope she will do more.
And Ron has been quiet recently.
Yes. Yeah, I wrote him privately and got him back a little bit.
But it seems that he is interested in buttons, so he posted.
Yeah, I saw something about buttons, and I've been sorting buttons for projects recently, and was thinking about a button museum that I visited last year, and I totally forgot about belly buttons until he brought them.
Yeah, he always has something like not the direct idea. He got something else new. He takes us to another side.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what happens when people start replying. That's what I love. Yeah.
Yeah, and I was thinking about the buttonhole. That was the word, the buttonhole. Buttonhole, yeah, buttonhole.
Yeah. Huh. I can remember trying to sew buttonholes in sewing class, and I was terrible at it. But the machines make it much easier today if you're lucky enough to have a modern machine. So many things that, so many things are.
You know, your clothes now, they don't have any buttons, right?
Many people don't use buttons very often.
Yeah. I mean now, your clothes now.
In my closet?
Yeah, what are you wearing now? No buttons.
Oh yeah, let's see. Do I have buttons today? No buttons today. I have a
And me
zipper.
too. No buttons and no zipper.
Who has buttons? Does anyone have buttons on today?
No, I don't know.
Good question.
No button and no zips.
Ah,
I have buttons in my shirt.
your shirt. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I don't today. I often do, but not today. Yeah. And they're plastic. I get annoyed at the cheap buttons they put on clothes today. They snap in the washer and they break when you try to push them through a buttonhole, pop off. They don't sew them on. They don't attach them, fasten them as well as they used to. I hope the daily collocation posts that I've started will help get more people visiting regularly. Anyone have a collocation they particularly want a post about? Any that you're practicing these days? Question.
Yeah, I want to ask about Elizabeth.
Elizabeth? Where is Elizabeth?
Yeah, well,
I've been asking that question of Elizabeth myself. I hope she'll be back soon. I was just wrote her yesterday or the day before trying to get her back. She likes to stay behind the scenes, and we talk about stuff all the time, but I can't get her to post. She's shy. She was not an English major, so she feels like I'm watching everything she types.
so you scare her. You scare her.
I intimidate her. It's all my fault. Yeah.
Or maybe she's from Aliens that Ivan was talking about. She will post something soon.
Yeah, we need an alien to register and post. Huh? I'm not sure I would approve an alien, but then again, Ivan says that that's all of us pretty much, right? Yeah. Well, it's been busier, and I'm going to try harder to get it busier and be more consistent. I have had better days.
لا
so knock on wood, I'll be feeling better enough to get things growing. I'm still hoping to start meeting with in person with people here. She forgot to mute her mic. To get more people locally to join in live classes here in Charlottesville and get them registered and posting, and tutors. I hope more volunteers to help interact with you guys. I hope. I'm always idealistic, but I hope it might really happen. And Magnus is saying hello over here, and time to end for today, I think, unless anyone else has something they wish to.
New Year wishes?
New Year wishes. Resolutions? I didn't make resolutions.
But wishes you, I think at least I know one of them, but I'm not going to tell aloud.
Oh, uh-oh. Anyone have a resolution they want to make public? Black Mata, I muted you because you forgot to mute yourself, and now I can't figure out how to unmute you.
I think she can mute herself.
Ah, okay. I didn't mean to do that to her. There she is.
No problem. I have a button and it was off from my mic, not from the screen.
Ah.
Did you hear me talking?
Yes, yeah.
Really? Oh my God. I can't trust this again.
You have to see the signal to trust it, I guess. So.
Oh my God.
All right. I just didn't.
My sister was asking me about a message or something.
So does any?
Here is only Faisal can understand Arabic, I'm afraid.
Uh-oh.
He got that.
Yeah, actually, I tried to hear what you are talking about, but I didn't.
Okay, good.
You failed. Okay, thank God.
I just hear Alashan.
You were spying then. Okay, so I was safe when I was a listener, not a speaker.
So Yvonne has no resolutions this year. Gerard is not going to speak his aloud, and I didn't focus on that at all this year. I'm still working on recovering from last year. So just to be healthier is my strongest hope personally this year. We'll see, right? I have emphatically learned that life just keeps throwing crap at you, and when no matter how hard you try for it not to, sometimes it just does. So I'll just go for better and healthier. And it is better than a year ago. So that's all good. If I can say better, at least in some things, if not everything, at least in some things. Anyone want to make a resolution public for the whole world before we go? Silence. One of the ways to help make your resolutions become real is to make them public. It puts pressure on you.
I thought it's the opposite. You need to keep them like a secret. Otherwise.
But then you can make your resolution public at the end and say, that was my resolution after you achieve it, right? And if no one knows it. But if you make it public, others might help you. I promise not to make public resolutions. All right. Well, I hope to see all of you or some of you on Tuesday for transcription. And next week, every week, same time, if you can join us. And I'll say goodbye. Thanks, everyone. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Save the chat.
Okay, thank you all.
Okay, thanks for joining us. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.